Well, hello there. I'm Kim Berry, Editor of Food and Drink Business. Welcome to Play, our weekly news roundup brought to you by GS1 Australia, the only authorised source for your barcodes. For 50 years, GS1 standards have powered business to trade seamlessly, efficiently and safely. Learn more about the next generation of barcodes at gs1au.org. In the news this week, there's been a few new appointments in the field. Ian Roberts is the new Chief Supply Chain Officer for Frucor Suntory, which will morph into Suntory Oceania, in 2025, when Frucor Suntory joins with Beam Suntory. Roberts started his career at Lion on a scholarship out of university and most recently was at Visy, establishing its retail-facing division. Fun fact, Roberts was one of the very first guests on the Food and Drink Business podcast in 2020. The former CEO of the recently collapsed cold-pressed raw milk company made by Cow, Wade Porter, has been appointed CEO of fresh pasta manufacturer 7 Chefs. We'll be catching up with Porter soon to talk about this next chapter. And Indevin Group, the parent company of iconic wine Villa Maria and New Zealand's largest wine producer and exporter, is preparing for its founder and CEO, Duncan McFarlane, to retire after 20 years at the helm. He's going to be replaced by Simon Limmer, who will start in the new year. Limmer is currently CEO of Silver Fern Farms, a sustainable grass-fed red meat company, and before that he led the world's largest kiwi fruit business, Zespris. Staying with the wine industry, Wine Australia has delivered its emissions reduction roadmap, outlining what the grape and wine sector needs to do if it's to reduce carbon emissions by more than 40% by 2030. It currently creates about the same number of emissions as a full jet plane, doing 609 laps around the world every year. The wine industry is in crisis at the moment with the collapse of the commercial wine markets, the resignation that China will never be the market nirvana that it once was, the struggle to attract people to the industry and retain them, some fairly startling pay gap figures, and consumers deciding that they don't like wine as much as they used to, and if they still do, they're not drinking what they were drinking. It would be difficult to find an agricultural sector more attuned to its environment and its footprint upon it, but I can't help thinking that this might be a roadmap too far for some growers and winemakers. The New South Wales Government says that the Coalition made almost $190 million of secret program cuts in its pre-election budget paper just before the March election. The Coalition cut $188 million from the Department of Enterprise, Investment and Trade's budget, with cuts affecting Investment New South Wales, Destination New South Wales and Create New South Wales. More than a dozen grants programs have either had funding cut or been cancelled altogether. The New South Wales Future Economy Fund, irony, let me show it to you, and the Small Business Innovation and Research Program have both been impacted. Food Standards Australia New Zealand is calling for comment on the proposal to clarify and define added sugars when they are being used in claims about a food. Currently, the Food Standards Code permits voluntary no added sugar claims, but there's no requirement for those claims to align with dietary guidelines. A link to the consultation paper is on the website. And the country's top certified organic producers have joined together to form Organic Development Group. It's designed to present a united voice on issues including the need for domestic regulation, long overdue I hear, on the word organic. Now, Yaala Sparkling is a Queensland-based Indigenous-owned alcohol-free drinks brand. It has scored a $125,000 investment from its appearance on the TV show Shark Tank. The brand, founded by Tara Crocker and her mum, Mel Davey, used native ingredients sourced from Indigenous wild harvesters and local farmers, with its 2 original flavours already on the shelves in Dan Murphy's. You know how much we love a scrappy startup success story. Now, that's all for this week. Please subscribe, head to the website for all these stories and more. Thanks to GS1, and with that, I'm Kim Berry, over and out.